What's going on, everyone? My name is Cynic, and boss battles are officially live inside of Infinite Warfare. So what we're going to do today in this video is talk a little bit about the boss battles, how they work out, my first impressions, and what exactly you get in return for completing them. I have not completed Spaceland. I'm still having a little bit of trouble in that fight. But as far as Rave and the Redwoods go, I knocked that out of the park, so we'll talk about what I got in return for completing it. And because I'm following the current trend of everyone else, be sure to drop a like if you found this video helpful at all, subscribe if you're brand new, turn on notifications, same old stuff like always. But let's get into how you start boss battles. Now that they're officially live, they have their own tab on the main menu. If you go into public, which you can do this stuff public, they have their own little section at the bottom where it'll say boss battle aliens, boss battle Rave and the Redwoods, or slasher, I forget, but it's got its own tab. If you're playing solo like me, then all you gotta do is go to boss battles and choose whatever film you're going to, and that's it. Now that you have it selected, you're set to go. Just set up your cards, set up your weapons, do whatever you want, and just get ready for literally the Easter egg boss fight of that map. Now this is where things get a little different. You start off with 20,000 points, and you start off in the Afterlife arcade. Now regardless if you have director's cut or not, this is how you're always going to start when it comes to boss battles. You're given 3 minutes to get ready, or if you're playing with more than one person, everyone has to get ready. On the wall over here, you'll have weapons that are double pack-a-punch. You also have the wonder weapons of that map. Unfortunately, they are not double packed. So inside of Spaceland, you get the base 4 wonder weapons. They're not upgraded. Inside of Rave, you just have the normal crossbows. Over here on the wall, you get the selection of perks that are available inside of that map. So in Rave and the Redwoods or in Zombies in Spaceland case, you can't find chain shoes or dewdrops since those perks are not available on that map. Now, whenever you or your team burn through your 20,000 points, you guys are set up on your weapons, you guys are set up on your perks. Now you're good to either wait out the rest of the 3 minutes to kind of calm your nerves, or walk over to this door here and hold square. Now you're brought into the boss fight itself. Now this, like I said, it goes based off of the main Easter egg boss fight, so there's nothing new, there's nothing different that you haven't experienced if you've already done these Easter egg fights. Now in Rave and the Redwoods case, it's a little more tedious since you still have to get the skulls up and shoot all the symbols, and then you gotta survive inside the circles and then repeat the process, same as a normal boss fight. In terms of Spaceland, as soon as you spawn in, those aliens are spawning in with you, and with them zombies as well. So they're a little different. It does seem to go based off of how the boss fights work, which makes sense because if you think about it, what kind of boss fight are you really dealing with in terms of Rave if you're removing the skull and the circle step? It doesn't make sense because Spaceland from the start you can just deal with the alien. You would kind of expect it to be the same with Rave, but at the same time it does make sense, you know what I'm saying? It kind of, I don't know, it's just weird like that, at least to me. Now another thing to be aware of is whether if you have director's cut or not, none of these perks are permanent, so if you go down you're screwed. And also this entire thing is timed. If you haven't noticed in the top left corner, you're being timed on how quickly you can complete the fight. Now when you start in, it actually tells you what your fastest record is, but I'm kind of curious to know if you manage to best your own record, does that mean you get more rewards in return? Like I said, I completed Rave and I only got 8 keys and 20,000 XP, which is something else to be aware of. You're not actually earning keys unless you complete the boss fight. I did the boss fight about 4 to 5 times. I only completed it once, and that was on the only Rave attempt I did, and that was the only time I earned any keys whatsoever. So just be aware that you wouldn't really be earning keys unless you complete the boss fight. At least from my experience, I may be wrong, but the only time I earned any type of keys was, again, when I completed Rave, and that was only 8 keys, which to me really wasn't worth it. So if you're planning on earning keys, if you're planning on earning XP, this really isn't the game mode for it. This is more for challenging yourself, or if you want to practice the boss fight of any map, once the other boss fights start coming out, that may be a good thing. This is definitely much more challenging since you don't have the ability to turn on or turn off director's cut, or if you don't have director's cut and you're not good at a particular boss fight. I do see this as a nice practice mode. So this is really for people who want a challenge, who aren't really happy with playing zombies like normal or playing zombies just to play zombies. This is for people that just want a challenge and don't really care about earning keys or earning XP, because you really don't earn anything. If you die, you don't earn anything. If you win, then you really don't earn that much, so you might as well consider it nothing as well. Now to close this all off on answering a couple questions, the game mode is free, but I don't believe you can access the other boss fights if you don't have the season pass or if you don't have that actual map. So if you don't have Rave in the Redwoods, I don't think you can access the boss fight for Rave in the Redwoods, and so on and so forth. Another question I was asked a lot is, are you going to be able to earn your soul key through these? No. Lee Ross has announced way back before this officially came out that trophies and achievements are going to be disabled, and after completing this myself, there's no time to even pick up a soul key. The game immediately ends and no soul key pops up. So don't expect getting a soul key through the boss battles, because they're not only disabled, but they don't make it available for you to pick it up. And trust me, even if they did, especially in Spaceland's case, you'd be working about 10 times harder, because that fucking boss fight is hard again. I don't remember sweating that much since Spaceland first came out. So again, if you're looking for a challenge, you'll be getting it with this new game mode. But anyways, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. If you guys have any other questions, problems, concerns, anything like that, please share them down in the comment section below with me. You guys already know I read and answer as many comments as I possibly can. My name is Cynic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all later on with a stream with some horrible challenges. But anyways, until then guys, I'll see you all later.